Hello, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Disabled DM. And we will be doing a 5e one-shot entitled The Carnival of Wonders. Tonight I have it's me, Tina, Mary, E, and a special guest, the Rogue DM. So I'll allow them to introduce themselves and their characters, like their channels. Also, let's begin with Tina.
Hey, I'm Tina. I'm just a player. My character that I'll be playing is named TT. She's a half-elf bard. She is in the College of Lore, but she's a bit of a trickster, and she always means well, but she's always trying to pull pranks on everyone around her, especially those closest to her.
Awesome. Mary, you're up.
Hello, hello. I'm Mary Chris, and today I'm going to be playing Lana May, and she is a human rogue, and she's taken the assassin archetype, and so hopefully she'll get to stab some things tonight.
Awesome. And last but definitely not least, the Rogue DM.
Okay, I've just been trying to make a banner, but it's glitching all over the place, so you'll just have to try and remember. Okay, so I'm playing a male elven ranger by the name of Gerder Thaliron. He is, of course, rather tall and rather slim. His name means copperhead, and his hair is indeed very fiery copper. You will see that he has a very nice tawny owl familiar sitting on his shoulder. He tends to be quite mysterious and believes in using the ways of the wild in order to survive.
Awesome. And if you wouldn't mind, could you all put your character's name, AC, and passive perception into the chat for me?
If someone could type for me, I would appreciate that.
I got you.
Okay. AC is 15. Passive perception is 9. And
Is what?
PP is 9.
Oh shit.
Hey, good. Way to go. We got a rogue who's not perceptive.
I like that. Wow. And then hit points?
Don't need the points.
Oh, you don't need hit points. Okay, you just need an AC and passive perception.
AC and passive in the name.
Oh, and
And I'm pretty sure I have the name for Mary in my chat.
If not, it's Lana May. Lanamay. Short and sweet.
Give me just a second to scroll through my chat and find it. Because I know you told me about it. Lana May. Okay, so we are beginning out in the capital town of Calgary, and the town's name is Lupin. You brave adventurers have taken up residence in the local inn tavern, and you are awoken early in the morning by the sounds sounds of a large crowd outside of the inn, and what sounds to be a little boy screaming.
Lana May kind of stretches a little bit, kind of peeks an eye open, and hears the sound of the little boy, and just kind of grabs the pillow and shoves it over her head.
Is it screaming
Okay.
anything specific, or is it just like a noise?
You can't really make it out, but it sounds like he's in distress, that he's crying and screaming something almost hysterically.
My character would clamber out of her bedding completely naked. She'd stand and just click her hand, and as she does that, clothes appear on her like a nightgown, and she walks over and she kind of flings her hand, the door opens, and she walks out and she starts walking towards the sound.
Okay.
I'm going to sort of rise up out of my bed as well, and suddenly like wake up with a start when I realise that there's this naked bard standing there. It's like, oh, okay, there's some clothes on her now, and I'm gonna sort of reluctantly go over to the window as well.
Okay, looking at that out
Tell him
the
to
window.
shut up!
You can see there are some city guards approaching what looks to be a large crowd. You can see the little boy pretty clearly. He's crying. And you make out something about our sister missing and Carnival. But it's coming through in bits and pieces.
Oh, so that's what all the fuss is about.
Can I make my way outside of the tavern now, towards the
Sure.
hub? Okay, the rather short and slightly chubby half-elf kind of patters through the crowd, kind of like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, pushing her way through the people until she can get up next to the boy, or not up next to the boy, but past across so she can see the see the boy and the guards.
Okay, you get pretty close and you can hear him sobbing and my sister, she didn't come home last night. She went to the carnival and some of the other townsfolk have gone missing.
Okay, so my little bardic brain starts Sherlocking all this information. Have I ever heard any tales of a carnival in this area?
Give me a history check.
Oops. Ooh, that's not good. Probably not. I probably have not heard nothing about. A history you said?
Yes.
9 total.
You have not heard of any in this area yet.
I had to shake my head frustratedly.
So Gerda is not a big fan of huge crowds. So when he gets out and he sees the half-elf just sort of disappear in, he very carefully tries to make his way through, but obviously not to much effect, and he actually feels almost a little bit claustrophobic from the amount of people. But he does definitely think that, okay, there must be something up if there's some kid crying, but there's this many people. So I'm assuming he sort of gets to the front a couple of minutes later into a gap,
Okay.
which is very relieving for him.
Yeah, as you're making your way forward, you hear some of the crowd folk talking. There's a woman who says her husband never came home. Oh, and her daughter's missing as well. Oh, there's a man that says his wife never came home and their son's gone. So
Okay.
it sounds like there's at least 5 or 6 people that have disappeared in the last day or two.
Okay. I try and make my way over to this man who mentioned his wife, and I say in sort of quite awkward common, I beg your pardon, I couldn't help but overhear you said that your wife didn't come home last night? Is
Yes,
this what this is all about?
well, the boy's raising a fuss because his sister didn't come home, but a lot of us are wondering where our family members is, are.
Where did they go? Did they all travel together?
Well, last we knew they were all going to the carnival. And he points off towards the right, and you can see off in the distance what looks like a big top tent.
Carnival? What carnival? I didn't know there was a carnival going on.
Goes, yes, they've been here for 4 or 5 days. We get them occasionally, but this one's new.
So you mean it recently came here and set up camp?
Yes, I believe it was to celebrate one of the noble's daughter's birthday. But I don't know. Oh, the town's been enjoying it, and for the most part, everything's fine, but seems like some people are missing. Not sure if it's anything to really do with the carnival or not, but
About this point, Lana is leaning out the window of their room because it had overseen the commotion went on. She's just kind of watching her two companions down there chit-chat and whatnot, and scans the horizon, sees the top tents and such, and just at this point just kind of calls down to them, "Hey, you two! When you're all done down there, want to go to the carnival?"
I turn around and look at Lana May and say, I don't do well in big crowds.
"Oh, come on, it'll be fun," she says, just kind of resting her hand and just leaning a little forward and whatnot. Just think of all the fun we can have.
Yes, well, by the sounds of it, some other people last night went to have the same kind of fun, and they have not come back.
Probably because they're having fun.
The people are upset. It is obviously unexpected.
Well, maybe they should go back to the carnival, too. Just saying. I think we should go check it out. It could be fun.
Well, yes. I suppose we could at least have a look.
At least there won't be crowds there. She'd say as she strolls up next to the taller elf.
As long as you keep those knives away from me, Lana May, and simply throw them at dummies.
Lana just looks shocked, like, what? How do you know about my knives? And it's like, but it's like, whatever. Hey, we've been in the same rooms and whatnot. It's bound to be noticed because she likes to keep her her knives hidden. So it's like, whatever.
You're also quite aware by now that Gerda is very good at noticing things that not everyone picks up.
She just kind of pouts her lips a little bit, but it's like, all right, I'll be down in a minute.
And as this exchange is going on, the man looks at you and says, if you're going to the carnival and find anything out, please let the town folk know. Perhaps the city guard. I think they even sent a guard to investigate.
Just the one god?
Yes, they have their hands full with it, and he kind of lowers his voice. The slums.
Okay.
We have a few troublemakers around here.
I wouldn't mind having a little chat to some of the guards still here before we go.
Okay. You see there's several guards around Altus. A couple all standing right by the boy in the crowd. There's a couple off a little way, just kind of watching the crowd, making sure they don't get out of hand.
Okay. I approach whichever one looks the most important, so perhaps a captain or a sergeant.
Okay, you see one that looks like he's basically a beat cop.
Okay.
But he seems to be kind of in charge of the ones who are here.
Okay.
He looks at you and says, can I help you, sir?
Yes, I appreciate that you are very busy. However, our friend is very eager to visit this carnival, and we have just become aware that some people have apparently gone missing around that area.
Well, we suspect as much. My captain sent a guard to investigate, but they haven't come back yet.
I thought as much. Well, while, as I said, my friend is very eager to go in order to, I suppose, utilize herself with the attractions there, I and possibly my other companion are more interested in investigating why the people have not come back yet. I will make an attempt to look out for this guard and make sure that they are all right. However, would we perhaps be able to signal you to come and lend us a hand if things go a little bit awry?
He looks at you says, I think you could manage to do that.
In that case, I will light one of my arrows and fire it into the air. You should be able to see it from here.
He nods. Says if for some reason we don't see it, I'm sure one of the air guards will. I'll inform my captain at once. That's to spread the word.
Thank you. I do not wish to be entirely negative about the situation. This is more a precaution, shall we say.
He nods. Says, yes, hopefully they're just at the carnival and having fun and didn't realize they've been gone all night.
Well, many thank you for your time. Hopefully we will return soon.
He nods and he tells the other guards to be on the lookout for your arrow, and then he starts heading down the street.
So I guess head back to the rest of them. The rest of
Okay.
the companions.
The half elf has been tootling behind you the entire time.
Cool.
She kind of, when you had noticed, like me and my partner and my other partner, and she kind of beamed at, like, oh, you noticed me.
What's the name of your character again, sorry, Tina?
She goes by TT, and she refuses to tell her real name.
Cool, thank you. So has Lana May come down yet, TT? Did you see?
She shrugs. I was too busy listening to you.
Lana May comes marching out the door, looking like she didn't really bother to get dressed, but she does have shoes on and her baseball bat at hand and her pack, and so I guess that's about as ready as she's going to get today.
What are you wearing?
Is this a custom in these parts?
So she has basically what looks to be an undershirt for a dress on, and it cuts off right at at her thighs, and underneath you kind of see like this leather bra and high-waisted shorts, and so yep. I'm trying to also pull up an image real quick for you guys.
Did you get my stuff too?
She just kind of goes, no, I just thought you wanted to keep it up there since you left
I need
it.
to retrieve my things as well, so I will
How
head
considerate of you. I'll think of you next time.
Sorry!
She stomps past you. As she stomps, and she actually, as you walk by, she cracks you right on the hind end and then runs off into the inside.
She just rolls her eyes like, oh, whatever.
After that spectacle, I kind of curl a little smile up at Lana May and say, Lana May, would you be able to perhaps locate us some method of transport to get to this carnival?
She just kind of looks and smiles like, feet don't work.
They certainly do, Lana May. Believe me, I have walked many, many miles. I am more thinking, once again, a precaution in case we have to make a quick getaway, shall we say.
Fair enough. I will see what I can secure, and she will promptly go to the stable and flirt with the stable boys to see what horses she can get for as cheap as possible, if not free.
So I head back up into the tavern and get the rest of my stuff.
Okay. So, Lana May, you see an older gentleman tending to the horses. Looks kind of rather. What can I do for you, lass?
Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, when she comes around, not exactly expecting to see an older man. I was just like, whatever. So she'll just kind of go up and just like, hey, are any of these horses available? Like, me and some friends, we really want to go to the carnival, and we want to take some horses, and we just, because we've been traveling all day and we're really tired, and might you be able to help us? And let's see if I can succeed on a persuasion. Because, yeah, I'm totally persuasive, guys, in real life. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good roll. 24.
You see him kind of look at your outfit over as well. The city guard technically owns the horses, but there are a few not being used at the moment.
So, could we borrow them and return them here in, a few hours? Like, I'd say we definitely have them back for the evening meal.
He
Just
kind
big
of
old doe eyes.
chuckles and um, what will you give me to make it with my bridle if the guards come calling for the horses and they're not there?
Hang on, I gotta think. Well, what would she say? What would she say? What would she say? Actually, I think I know what she'd do. She would totally reach into her pack and pull out this like fake kind of ring or ring and just like for the untrained eye it looks nice enough, and she just like, I will give you this as what's the word now, collateral. And it is worth 5 horses, and so we're just borrowing 3. And if we get them back in time and nothing's happened, then we'll just take that back.
He seems to ponder this for a minute, Coach. How you last? You come to dinner tonight. My son needs marrying off. See you.
You just get momentarily wide. She just chuckles and is like, okay. Sure. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
I said, it's good. Although be careful of that one, he tends to bite if you get too close to his mouth.
She just kind of cocks her head. It's like, wait, your boy or the horse?
He goes, the
Okay. I was just making sure, because I was going to say that might be a deal breaker if he bites. But anyways.
I think he nibbles, but...
she chuckles politely and whatnot, and she's like, if you would be so kind to saddle them up, I thank you so much. And she'll reach up and she'll give him a kiss on the cheek real quick, just being all cute like and such, and then she'll go wait out at the front door to kind of wave down her people when she sees them.
He sat holds them up, leads them out. But the black actor, that's the one you need to watch. She can get up at if you move too fast.
I'll make sure my long-legged friend has that one then.
He not as you take the ropes, he just wraps you around the behind and says, "We'll see you tonight."
Indeed. Do I need to roll another deception check? Anyways. Oh man.
So you lead the horses back towards the inn. And
as soon as they get out, look what I found. This one's for you, and this one's for you.
Ah, thank you. You took a little longer than I expected. I was worried that you had changed your mind.
Oh, no. Just working some magic. Would you believe that they're just letting us borrow these horses for free?
I look a little skeptical at that and say, well, where did you get them from? What's wrong with them?
Oh, nothing's wrong with them. I assure you they are well trained. A kind old gentleman is letting us borrow his horses for the night.
Did you steal them?
No, I just said a kind old gentleman is letting us borrow their horses. his horses for the night. Well, evening. Yeah, we should have him back before dinner. Smiles.
Okay, would I be able to kind of read a bit into that with my high common sense?
I'm like, I get advantage on this deception because it's a half truth.
Does something in my head say I call bull?
I would say you probably know Lana well enough to know she promised something.
Alright, in that case I kind of scratch the back of my head and sort of smooth down the red hair and say, fine, we will be back before dinner.
My character kind of waves her hand. No, 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 no. I'll take the horses back. We can take them back whenever. She just kind of like waves her hand over her face like she's like admiring herself.
And Lana, which horse did you give it to which person?
The biter goes to the elf man because he has a beautiful name that I can't. I need to see it in writing for me to eternalize it. But yeah, he gets the biter, and
thank you
TT
so much.
Gets, well, surely you can handle him. It's her. It's the horse. TT will get the most mellow of them, and then she'll take the one in between. Just because she wants to make sure a cute little girl is able to keep on her horse.
TT probably would have had her hand snapped at. Okay, so you guys are free to mount up and head to the carnival if you wish.
Giddy up. And Lana, honestly, like, she knows how to sit on a horse, but as the horse starts kind of going, she's just kind of like sort of letting the horse do its thing. Like, I'm just gonna try and follow you, and because clearly these horses are totally line driven. We follow one another.
Have you ridden a horse before, Lana May?
I've seen plenty of people ride a horse before. Can't be that hard. And she's like hanging on to the saddle with one hand and the other hand like trying desperately to just like pulling the reins a little bit side to side. Just like, okay, let's go. I must say though,
okay. I'm gonna let Lana May just sort of do whatever and not intervene. But obviously, if something happens to my own, then I will do something about it.
As you're looking over at Lana May, TT in your cat other, you realize she is actually sitting in the saddle backwards.
Oh my gosh. Okay, she may not be wise, but she's not stupid.
Lana, is this a new way of seeing the view behind? As far as I know,
it's always smart for someone to keep an eye on our backs. And she kind of realizes the really silly, awkward mistake that she's made. She just kind of goes, tries to be all chill about it, like, oh, it's always good to have someone watching our backs, right? And she spins around with these.
No, I'm pretty sure she likes staring at me.
You are pretty cute. Gives a little wink.
Thanks, sugar.
Turns around, just kind of like.
Well, I'd say this is going to be an interesting journey. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a little exchange to my horse in terms of just sort of communicating with it physically, so giving it sort of a pat, a stroke, maybe a couple of whispers, that kind of thing, just to sort of keep it calm and basically say, sorry, you're stuck with those two.
You hear the horse snicker. Almost as if he understands what you're meaning. Because I finally make it to the blacktop pretty easily. It, you, you see, however, unlike a normal blacktop, it appears that there is a girl in a leather outfit and black pants standing outside the tent with a book and a pen in his hand. And looking at the entranceway, you see it is about the size of a giraffe. And he looks up, says, more visitors. Come, sign in.
Is there a place where we can leave our horses?
Yeah, it's like first we need a safe place to leave. Yes, what he said.
He kind of chuckles, says, it'll be fine. I'm raising her.
Be careful with my one. She can be a little defensive to new people.
He nods, and you hear him speak a word in some strange tongue. Her host starts right eye up to him and then lowers her nose, and he reaches right up, starts feathering her nose. So that's a good lass now. You won't give us no trouble, will you? And he reaches in his pocket, pulls out an apple, gives it to her.
I'm going to speak to my own horse properly as I get off. So basically I'm going to sort of lean over as I get off and just do a very sort of discreet whisper that basically says, if he gives you any trouble, then you bolt and you come and find me.
Okay. She kind of nods her head, her mane flapping in the breeze.
So I'm going to get off and just sort of take a little glance around. Is there any music playing or anything like that?
You cannot hear anything. He says, no worries, you'll understand after you sign the book and go inside.
Excellent. And Lana will just march up, grab, if there's a pen easily accessible, grab it, sign her name, and pop it back down. And great. This way.
As soon as you do, you shrink down to the size of a giraffe and you can walk straight inside the tent.
Walks into the tent.
Is there any...
As soon as she walks into the tent, Lana May disappears from the sight of Kiki and Gallagher. And the girl chuckles.
So I kind of give a rather shocked look at TT, but I try and keep my cool and say to this attendant, is there a particular reason why we have to be that size?
Because that's the size the entrance is.
Yes, but why could you not make a regular size door?
The ringmaster ordinary should to be.
I see. He must have a very different sense of humor from me, then.
Ooh, wow, guys, it's so cool in here. Oh my gosh.
Can you hear her? She sounds like a little mouse. It's so cute.
And no, you guys actually can't hear her.
There's no music or anything like that. Normally you get those at traveling carnivals, as far as I know.
He says this music, you just can't hear it from outside the carnival grounds.
Okay, I'm going to give him a long, hard look because I am not comfortable with this at all. I'm going to try and read him.
He goes, it's quite simple. You see, the carnival technically doesn't exist on this planet. The tent and in the entrance is just a portal to it. That's why we have you sign the book. It allows you usage of the portal.
Right.
But no worries, whenever you're ready, you're free to come back out.
I'm still a little wary of him. I'm going to sort of look at his body language. Is he sort of really eager for us to go in a kind of a malicious way, or is he just trying to get us to go in to get more visitors?
He seems to be your typical ticket attendant type.
Would I be able to make a roll to confirm that?
Sure, you could try an inside check.
Okay, that's a 13.
Okay. Yeah, he seems pretty typical for what you know of carnival brokers and ticket takers.
Well, Tutti, I suppose you better go and see what's so exciting behind that door.
Okay. She walks up to the thing, picks up the quill. She actually writes "not me," and sees. Does it still do the thing?
So that's is on it, the door chuckles as you shrink down.
She says, "Ha!" She drops the quill. She looks up.
Does it hurt? How do you
She
feel?
Can I hear her?
Yeah, you haven't gone inside yet.
Yeah, she shakes her head. No, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it's just a slight tingle.
Prestidigitation.
I think it's a minor curse. She just kind of looked down at herself.
I really hope it's minor, and I'm gonna slowly advance as well.
Okay, so that's you sign you would shrink down as well, and you both can enter in. And as soon as you step through the portal, you're almost assaulted by different noises, music, smells. So, Titi, what is the first thing that catches your attention?
Well, food, obviously. So whatever if they have an equivalent of deep fried food, that's where she's going.
You do see after the left that does appear to be a stand, and they have some breads, looks like some different meat.
Her stomach squeals in desperation.
And some kind of pink substance on the stick.
She walks over. She just starts she takes out a coin purse and starts copper pieces to buying all the different food items.
But as Elvin lady standing there, she goes, no, dearie, everything at the carnival's free.
Just grabs her armful of stuff. Thanks! And she just walks back out with this.
Grab some food, and you start munching it. Pretty good food. food. But as a meat you can't quite identify, but it's really sweet, it's very tender, has some kind of almost what we would think of as barbecue sauce on it.
You have to try this stuff. It's mmm.
I am more used to getting my own from the wild. Is it real?
Let me just stick in the mud, and she'll toss over the fluffy stick thing to him.
But what is it?
Just put it in your mouth and shut up.
Okay, I'm gonna sort of smell it and examine it, and then sort of take a really sort of like.
Yeah. As you do so, it almost dissolves in your mouth, and it's a very sweet, almost candy.
Oh, that's so sweet! How can you eat this?
It's awesome. Keep eating it.
You can have mine. I'm fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
She'll offer to Lana. Here. How about you? Are you a stick in the mud?
Lana, I think, is just gonna take this moment just to kind of a bit flirty, where it's saucy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm envisioning where it's like Del probably had some left on his lip or somewhere, and she'll just reach up with her thumb and wipe it off. And actually, that's not bad. And then she'll take the offered portion from TT, and it's like,
as you're doing this, you notice what looks to be waitresses in very scantily clad outfits. But it's rather strange because they have makeup on that almost makes them look like clowns. And they seem to just be serving different people drinks and bringing bowls of stew.
That's slightly unnerving.
oh, I was just actually gonna say maybe that's where you'd like to go visit. Lana would just say to her companion.
How insulting. That's not how you put it on.
And for those who are looking at the outfits, think the slaves in Jabba the Hutt's palace. Yeah, very scantily clad.
Yeah.
I should ask them where they get those, because that would be a good disguise.
Gerda sort of tries to avert his eyes, but realizes that there's so many and is sort of walking around that's kind of useless after a while. So he goes over to one of them, and he starts speaking in common to one of them and says, "Could I order some?" And looks down on what they're carrying, some drinks.
They speak almost hesitantly. Says, "Sure. What would you like? They have some really fine honey meat."
That sounds pleasing, I suppose. Yes, I'll take 3.
Okay. He nods, goes over to a keg, fills up 3 tankards, and brings them to you.
So I give them to the others. I'm assuming that we find a table or somewhere to sort of stand and like rest them.
Yeah, there's plenty of benches.
Now this I am a bit more familiar with, luckily. Cheers.
Okay, as you
Cheers.
drink it, it's a little sweet, almost as if you're drinking in a typical honey mead.
Don't they got like something stronger? Lana will just kind of mutter.
Can I have another one? My character will set down an empty cup.
Gerda's only drunk like about a third by this point, so he just sort of looks at you both in shock. Why doesn't someone else get this next one?
She takes out 3 gold coins. What can these get me?
I like how you think.
Rachel says nothing.
Nothing.
I have no use for money here.
Well, do I just
No,
have to ask
yes.
you nicely for top shelf?
You have. What she said? Top shelf.
No. You don't want top shelf. I think you want some dragons.
Oh, I want the tippy top of the tippy top of that. I want the cherry that's on the cherry. Tippy
But
top.
no, I'll give you something. And she walks us off. Vanishes from sight for a second. Comes back with it's a picture that was just steaming. And sets it down. Just careful, it's a bit hot.
It's a bit hot. She sticks her pinky finger in it.
What in the name of the 7 hells is that?
It's
I
called
believe that
Dragon's Breath.
Yes.
It's our own invention. You definitely scald your finger.
Ah! Ah! She just starts flailing her arm and walking around, cursing in Elven.
Lana's just chuckling and just and will make mentions like, it's not their own invention. I've had this before. It's pretty good stuff. It'll knock you off your feet if you're not careful.
It burned my finger!
I am not
Ah,
drinking anything
dragon's
that
breath.
burns my finger.
You pansies. And she will take her cup and just kind of pour a little bit in and just kind of wait for it to cool just enough. And then she'll take a nice big swig of it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Pansies.
Give me a constitution check.
Working on it.
As I see Lana May drinking it, I say in Draconic, you better
15.
be careful how much you drink.
Okay, you seem to handle this regularly, okay.
She just kind of punches the table. And is like,
Pretty good.
wait, what?
I said, but you're feeling pretty good. That beginning tipsy stage.
She'll just punch the table, just like, whew, that,
You take a shot like a girl. Pour me 2.
Are you sure you're not drunk yet? Pours her too.
No. I'll show you how to take a shot like a man. You just watch. 2 shots. Right here.
Just watching. Just like totally amused and not buying it one bit. Just like, man, she's gonna get knocked off so fast on her feet. Like, she, a little shorty here. Goodness.
Okay, she slaps her hands on either side of the table if they're are they served?
Yes.
DM. Oh, okay. She just slaps her hands on either side and she just fat hands both of them. She starts sweating a little. She looks at the elven man. Before I die, I just want to tell you that you are very beautiful. And she looks forward, and she looks over to her other partner. And you're a jerk. I will remember you. And I'm gonna haunt you forever. Gush. Gush.
Okay, give me a constitution check with disadvantage.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
There's
snap.
1 and 2.
Okay. She's done.
Oh.
Ding, ding, ding. Total.
I will take what you said to me, TT, as a compliment. I am pleased I got the better remark.
As TT, you are wasted.
Woo! Who wants to get naked?
Not me.
Oh, this is gonna be exciting. You know, I'm feeling like hitting something. Let's go see if they have like a game. Basically, she wants to look for a version of Whack-A-Mole because she has her bat and she's feeling really good now and warm and.
Let's go and get you to let off some steam. Hopefully, sober up a little bit.
For her, definitely. Okay, she'll just kind of wander out, and she'll eventually flick. At some point, she will pass a gold piece to TT. And he like curses, "You won the bet."
Okay. You walk around for a bit. You see that there are up above you, maybe 50 feet, looks to be what would be considered a box seat in an opera, but they're just floating in midair.
Well, that's strange. I guess it would be a really good view.
Looking off to one side, you see a tent, and you all can hear some very elegant music coming from it. And then off to another side, you see what looks to be a jousting field.
Oh no, you're not doing that.
No, of course not. Are you kidding? I would get knocked off that thing so fast. But I wonder if they let spectators throw stuff. You know,
that would probably be more of a distraction than anything. However, I think I saw a betting stall over there.
Oh, where? She just kind of perks up.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting her to sort of look around and get a bit occupied, and I'm gonna sort of really sort of scan the jousting, see what's happening.
Okay. She gets distracted and at a game it looks like they are using that on golf balls.
Golf balls.
And trying to hit a bullseye.
Oh, she is going to have fun. She will happily sit here and let her elven friend go look at the jousting stuff, unbeknownst to her, because clearly he's just watching there, cheering her on. But yeah, she will happily make rolls to her heart's content. Let's see. Because she's basically casting.
And what is TT doing?
Trying to stand. Muted.
I sure was. I was definitely muted. So anyways, is there anyone around me that's at least semi-attractive to my beer goggles?
Oh,
that's a bit of a silly question, isn't it?
Yes and yes.
There's all sorts of people around.
She reaches down her blouse and makes her cleavage bigger, and she rearranges her outfit, and she walks over to the nearest young human, whoever, and she's just she starts chatting him up.
I got this. I know exactly who you're chatting up. I just gotta make it public. Eloni.
Okay, so you're chatting this human up. Seems to be a visitor to the carnival as well.
Heck yeah.
As you're watching, you don't really see anyone jousting yet, but you see what looks to be several fighters and soldiers are kind of milling about. looks like they're waiting for a certain time.
So I'll probably watch the jousting for maybe 5 to 10 minutes before maybe starting to locate the others a bit, not to sort of drag them back, but to at least keep an eye on them, make sure they're not doing anything too stupid.
As you start to turn away to meet your companions, you notice is what looks to be one of the city guards standing near hers.
Okay, I approach him. I try and sort of blend in. Whether that actually works or not, I don't know. But I sort of move up to him, and I sort of pretend that I'm just having a good time, and I'm just like, "Hey, so what are you doing? Just standing there? Don't you want to have fun?"
Since we're waiting for the joust to begin, we can't begin till the ringmaster says so.
Wait a minute, aren't you from back at the town?
Goes, yes, I'm kind of lower, leans in towards you, lowers his voice, says, I'm trying to investigate some disappearances, but the people here aren't very talkative. I figured maybe if I participate in the event, they might open up some.
Okay, I'm gonna lean in and say, what do you know about these disappearances? What's going on here?
But so far, I haven't figured out how much. I've looked for people matching the descriptions of those who haven't returned, but haven't seen them. However, I've been watching the Hall of Mirrors lately, and every now and then, one of those clown girls enters, and when she does, the person who enters before her doesn't come back out.
Do you hear what goes on in there?
No, there's no noise or anything.
That seems to be a pattern with this place. They like to conceal things.
Because I believe the lady making the music would be willing to talk if there was a way to guarantee she wouldn't be overheard. She seemed to hint at that, but she won't leave the carnival grounds. All she told me was I didn't want to be here when dark came.
Okay, so I lean in very close and simply whisper to him, if you see anything, come and find me. And then, in case anyone's watching, I'm going to suddenly burst out laughing and go, oh, that's a brilliant story, and sort of whack him on the shoulder. You're funny. You're really funny. I always thought gods were really boring and drab, but you're funny.
He nods, kind of plays it up, goes, I figured you would appreciate that, but not everyone does.
Yeah, I like you. I like you a lot. And then I'm going to kind of stagger off a little bit, just sort of playing up and back into a crowd.
Okay.
And then maybe I'm going to try and maybe head over to if there's any kind of attractions that involve hitting things or shooting things, since I knew that Lana May was interested in that.
Okay, you see her at the game you had pointed out, still trying to hit the target.
Trying? Are you kidding? She's probably demolished that thing by now. And if she hasn't, then as he is approaching, she's gonna be like, "No, I think this thing is tricked," and she tosses up a firebolt and just smacks it with her bat as hard as she can, just basically giving up on using the golf ball, but using her own tricks and tools.
You managed to shatter one of a moving target.
And she just goes, "Ha! Price?" And just kind of holds her hand out expectantly, even though it's like this flaming target that's been shattered.
And you hear a snicker coming off to one side.
She looks towards the snickering sound out of the corner of her eye.
Well there, it seems you won a prize. But as you look, you see what looks to be a humanoid body with a horse's head.
Awesome. Yeah, just going. And what is it?
It looks so picks from that pile all over there.
If there's a big giant fluffy unicorn, she's going for it.
Unfortunately, it's not really giant, but you do see a very small wooden statue of a unicorn with its head lowered.
That sounds pretty. Is there a different stuffed animal? She wants a stuffed animal. She wants something that she can squeeze tight.
You do see a stuffed teddy bear.
Oh, jeez, please don't let it have red eyes. Okay. I think we're metagaming wise, we're safe. Okay. She takes the teddy bear. She's like, picks it up, just pops it in her arm. Is like, it was a pleasure playing, and marches off to go find her companions.
Over your side. Are you my mommy? I couldn't resist.
Oh my gosh. She's just gonna like look down at this thing like Stupid say what? Pulls like looks at the horse tar backwards guy and is like looks around at other people. Did you just say something?
The host starts laughing, goes, no, the animal talks.
She'll like look at it closely, like he's like basically trying to discern, like, is this really an animal? Like, is this really a bear, like a miniature bear, like a living, breathing, living bear?
No,
Because it does sound cool.
It to be a stuffed animal. And for those who don't know, the reason Vivi burst out laughing is in one of my one-shots, we had a stuffed teddy bear that was possessed by a little
Should have taken the wooden unicorn. Should have taken the freaking wooden unicorn. Anyways. So is this thing going to speak to her again?
Depends, are you hugging it?
Oh no, she's like holding it out, just kind of like in front of her, just like.
Doesn't say nothing.
Because she's observing. She's just gonna kind of keep it in her her hand now, but just kind of at her side, and it's like, oh, this is weird. And she'll keep going about her business and trying to find her companions and whatnot. And
As you walk around, you see a gal standing there. Uh, you happen to squeeze the teddy bear, and it goes, "I love you."
What is that?
as he's saying that and whatnot, I'm sorry, Teddy Bear. I'm really sorry, but you are not getting reunited with your mommy. She literally is just going to throw it to the ground and just hit it with her bat. Just like, I don't know, but it talks.
I hope that wasn't a real animal that you just beat to death.
No, I was actually hoping it was a real animal, but it's very much a teddy bear. And it's talking. You heard it. That's good.
As you hit it, you hear a whirring sound, and looking down, you see what looks to be some kind of metal gear come popping out of the teddy bear.
Wow.
What is
Okay.
that? So she'll pick it up and be like, what the heck is this? Does it do anything?
This does not anymore, it doesn't. You broke it. It was simply a child's toy.
Okay.
She just waves her finger like, child's toys don't talk. Like,
So I'm gonna sort of take Lana May fairly gently, but enough to sort of take her sort of round the shoulder and say, right, come on, darling, let's go and find you a nice drink of water.
As you do so,
And I sort of put my other hand out and go, I'm really sorry.
On this plane. They do on others.
Is there any kind of drink that will make her a little bit more, you know?
oh, I'm fine. Just got a little edgy there. Like, I don't know about you, but none of my toys talk.
No, sweetheart, I've already told you this. You don't hit things like that, okay?
It was just a teddy bear.
Now, why don't we go and find a nice place to sit down and take everything in?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of look at her like, come on.
She's going. She's walking.
You guys start walking back towards the entrance, and you see TT still chatting up this human and male.
Okay, we can get TT in a minute. I found our guard that was missing.
Wait. There's a guard missing?
Yes, there was.
She didn't hear all that. She just wanted to go see the carnival.
Yeah. Basically, like Gerda, in all the sort of the stuff, forgets that he didn't actually say to you and says, oh yes, of course. I spoke to the guards earlier, and they said one of their own had disappeared. I have found him.
You hear a coughing sound coming. The tent and that music's been playing out. It's a very beautiful human lady sticks her head out and kind of motions her head for you guys to come into the tent.
We're a little busy, and I kind of bring Lana a bit closer to me in a very awkward manner.
She'll just kind of what? And then she'll just kind of smirk and be like, oh, I didn't know you liked me like this. But just like very jokingly.
Well, and so look, Okay, you guys said, and if I can overhear you, others can as well. Especially the ringmaster.
Hasn't anyone told you that it's not polite to eavesdrop? Lana will say very matter-of-factly as she just kind of leans into her elven companion.
She laughs at that, says, tell that to the ringmaster. He has everything here.
Who
Well
are
then,
you?
he'll know that we're having a grand old time.
Says, I'm Lady Esmeralda. Please, come in, enjoy my music.
We can hear it just fine from out here, like how you can hear us. So congratulations.
And what does TT do with as this lady's trying to talk her companions into going into the door?
You're muted.
Thank you every time. Anyways, and actually, I'm gonna back up just for a second. I've actually, as she was flirting up, my character is actually very intelligent. She's not very wise, but she's very intelligent. And she's actually going to be seducing this person before her to try to get information out of them.
Okay. And
Always
what are
good.
you asking them?
What is this carnival actually? Is what she's trying to insinuate.
He looks at you and says, it's a carnival.
That does what?
Let them sing.
How do you pay for all of this?
We don't pay.
Yeah, nobody does, but how does it? Is something has to come from something.
I don't know. I don't work here.
She just looks at him. I thought you worked here. She pushes him away and walks away in a huff.
Then turns around and snogs him real quick. Gosh, you're hot. And then jumps him again and walks away.
She would throw him over to her comrades. So who's this man, Flesh? And she looks over at the man standing inside the tent.
You mean Galdo? Or the lady in the tent?
She's referring to the woman. The woman in the tent. My apologies.
She goes, I'm Lady Esmeralda. I've invited your friends inside to listen to my music, but they seem rather hesitant. And they're awful fond of speaking aloud. That would not be good.
Well, apparently they don't know how to speak to pretty ladies. I can attest to that.
Lana's just kind of like, we know how to talk to pretty ladies.
No, you don't.
She
Just smiles.
Aldo, you remember something the guard had told you about the gypsy and the cat? And you are pretty sure this is a lady he was referring to.
Okay. So, God, I'm thinking of trying to communicate somehow with my companions to basically say this is not good at all. We need to get away from here.
From
So-
our previous, sorry to interrupt, but do you have a spell that can do it?
No, unfortunately not.
I have a message, and I was going to ask, because of us previously adventuring together, would her character know that my character can cast a message?
Sure, I don't
To be
see
able to come
why
up with,
not.
like,
I'm sure you've used it before.
Okay. In that case, I will sort of do a little like a whistle, like a
Okay.
She'll look.
towards TT, and
TT will look
also
at you.
raise my eyebrows at her.
She just kind of, my character will look around and she like act like she's getting like a sudden migraine, and but as she's doing this, she's actually casting the spell message.
Okay.
And we can
As
communicate with
you're
each other.
doing it says Maria. Oh, that says no worries, no harm will come in my chat.
And Lana very loudly just goes, "That's what they all say."
What are you going to say in the message?
Yes?
I suppose straight to the point. Okay, so I whisper back to you as part of the spell. This woman is... I'm trying to think how to sort of word it so it goes into the 15 words. Okay, I've got it. Okay, we need to get away from this woman. The guard told me to.
She'll grab both of your hands. Let me teach you how to go flirting. I'm sorry, but we really have to go. And she's gonna turn around. They're both virgins. It's really sad. And she'll turn around and start pulling them along.
Lana's just like,
Yes,
virgins.
the will just kind of shake her head, walk all the way out of her tent, straight up to you guys. Be careful what you discuss here, and you do not want to be here after dark. And then she turns around, heads back to her tent.
Don't worry. We're gonna be gone before dinner.
She lets you guys' hands go. She looks to the human and just says like, sorry about calling you a virgin. She just looks over to her male friend, just pats the top of his hand and walks away.
So I'm going to try and take my companions to a noisier area, probably back at the bar. And then basically in every language I know, which is quite a lot, I say, can all of you speak this language? So I go for the sort of less conventional one, so I start talking in Orcish, Goblin, Draconic, Abyssal.
Lana will, kind of picking up what she's doing. It's like, man, I hope you're calling it insults, because that'll get you a good reaction.
No, okay, in that case I try Elvish and say, can all of you speak Elvish? I know at least one of you can.
You're muted, Gina.
Lana,
Go ahead.
sorry. I'm sorry. Lana would just reply, Luta, as in I do in Elvish. Luta.
Okay, good. Well, that'll have to do. Let's hope this ringmaster doesn't speak Elvish either. But there's obviously...
Shall we say it louder? Anyways.
There's obviously something going on here. The guard I spoke to was very skeptical of this gypsy woman.
Yes,
that was trying to coax us in.
So the guard you talked to here is the one that apparently the guards earlier were talking to you about that was missing?
Yes.
So why can't he just leave? Like, why isn't just if you're talking with him, why isn't he just?
Because
maybe he's just having a good time and he's just.
No, because he's trying to investigate the people who are missing.
Oh.
He said something about those who are missing. They go into a tent one by one, and when one goes in, the other one doesn't come out. And he says he's trying to blend in. That's why he hasn't gone yet.
Is it is it just a certain sect?
As you think back over what the guard told you, you remember that he said whenever a clown one of the clown waitresses entered the hall of mirrors that the person before them never came out, and that the gypsy had told him not to be there after dark.
Right. Is it just women that are going missing? Men that are going missing? Like,
It seems so far. I spoke to a man who said his wife was missing. There's this
And his
waitress.
son,
And didn't you say that this boy had lost his sister?
yes,
so
his sister, there was a woman who had lost her husband and her
I beg
daughter,
pardon.
and then the man you spoke to had lost his wife and their son.
okay.
Of the ones you know about.
It does sound really weird. Maybe we should go take a look in this tent. Take some rope with us, tie it to the outside, tie it together to us. I don't know.
What if we
Figure
never
out.
come out?
We need to figure out something to alert people.
Yes, but I did not expect to be on another plane. There's no way I could do it in here.
True.
I expected this carnival to just be outside.
That's kind of fun. It's all different.
It makes me very uncomfortable.
There's
I
lots of
want to
things that
find
make
these
people
people
uncomfortable.
and get out as soon as possible.
Let us go explore the tent. And she'll look around. Is there like a bunch of like mini tents or whatnot going on? Is it just pretty doggone obvious? Like, oh look, a tent.
There are several tents, but you can quite clearly pinpoint the one that the lady Esmeralda went into, and there's still music coming out. Very elegant music.
If I'm honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just having some kind of party or orgy or whatever if they want to do in those tents. The mixed ages and races and what. But I guess we'll go crash this party.
Who wants to go in first?
You're muted, AD.
My character will wave her hand out to the girl with the baseball bat. Ladies first.
Splendid idea.
She's leading the way, Adley, just like, alright, ladies first.
Okay, so you enter the tent. Esmeralda looks up. She's sitting and at a table that has a crystal ball on it. Since I figured you would come back. And there's
Looks
teaching
jerk.
and Gouda following him.
Actually walking in because she's anticipating like finding a bunch of people, like seeing Esmeralda. And it's just like there's no one else in here. Like just kind of like does a turnabout. Like I'm not doing this. Sorry, we're looking for some people we're meaning to meet up with.
Esmeralda goes, answers you seek maybe in
Lana just looks at her other two companions, like, do you really want to pursue in here? Because she's under the impression that it was in a tent that these people had disappeared in. So that's where she was going to head, was to where these people were disappearing.
Esmeralda will look at you. Say, no, they did not disappear in that.
Then where are they?
She says, "Go back, you guys must come inside."
Lana just goes and sits down. And is like, okay, so you sit here, you do your little voodoo, whatever you call this, and you tell us where the people are.
He nods, waves her hand, and you hear the music grow extremely loud. And she says, leans forward like she's looking into the crystal ball, says, "I see a trip to the Hall of Mirrors in your future."
Is that where the people are?
But be warned, for some who enter, do not leave.
She just looks over. It's like, that sounds like it. Let's go.
So you're walking back out?
Yeah, she's like, Hall of Mirrors? That sounds about right. Let's go. Because she'll like even look over at Gerda and be like, because the information you got said that people would go in, but one or however many would not come back out, and so that's what she just said. Hall of Mirrors.
Are you suggesting they've gone into the Hall of Mirrors and they've got themselves lost?
Fun houses can be so tricky sometimes. It's understandable. Lana will just kind of laugh.
As we get out of the tent, I'm going to sort of rest my left hand on my longsword and say, I really hope that's all this is about.
Sure. How messy can a funhouse get? Like, seriously. So, well,
It
for the Hall of Mirrors.
It depends what the ringmaster's method of fun is.
Well, if it's involving death, I don't think you'd be much business for long, because clearly a lot of people here, and some even left, and they weren't complaining about people dead, just missing.
But this is on a completely different plane. It's as if this does not exist.
Right?
How can you possibly lose a business if it does not exist? He's in his own little defensive bubble. Nothing goes in, nothing comes out. And if it does go in, it does not come out.
Maybe we're already stuck here forever, then. Oh! I think I like my new home. Let's go play in the House of Mirrors. She'll just...
Okay. So, looking at off in the distance past the jousting field, you see a what looks to be a big building. It looks almost like a dragon's mouth opened up, and you see people walking in, spending some time, and several walk out.
Oh, look! More victims! She'll just kind of jokingly whisper.
I give this very sort of very sharp look at Lana May that could cut through a knife.
She just... What? Very, very much not taking it seriously. And we'll just proceed forward to all of the few people who wandered in.
You go step up to the entryway, and inside you can see a bunch of different mirrors, and people are looking in them. Some make them look short, some make them look fat, some make them look really tall, some really skinny. Seems to be a typical fun house on Earth.
Lana's just every mirror she goes by, she definitely stops for a moment and just kind of smiles, poses a little bit, just like, thank goodness, these things are fun. So yeah, every mirror she walks by, she is just enjoying herself.
Okay, and it's TT and Gouda are going inside as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna peer him first before actually going in properly.
Okay, you can tell there's definitely a certain pathway you walk through. But it looks like people are just walking through, looking in mirrors, having fun, and following the path and then coming back out.
Okay.
However, you notice is up in the back, there looks to be perhaps a mirror that is not part of the display, that's covered with a drip.
All right, I'm gonna examine it a little more.
Okay. What is TT doing?
TT is actually outside of the tent, and she's whispering and muttering to herself. She actually grabs her partner that's right in front of her and pulls him back a little bit so she could bury his face or bury her face into the back of his like clothes. And she starts like kind of muttering to herself, and she's casting detect thoughts. And then she goes like, "Thanks." And now I'm listening to everybody's thoughts around me.
You only pick up thoughts of Lana May having fun looking in the mirror.
Oh, she's not fun. She's also just like, stupid paranoid shit party, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at myself. Gosh, that guy needs to get laid off. Oh my gosh, my eyes look huge in this. Like, whoa, hello. And, oh my gosh, what the
It's simply glass that has been warped to different shapes. You don't really look like that.
Mama will like turn to her just like, no shit, dipshit. Like, I know. I'm just. It's a mirror. Oh my god. Walks on. Just never mind.
You pegged out of speaking, but you're not sensing any thoughts coming from her head.
She looks over to her. She's like staring at her now. Her staring goes from like to like a very like a glare, like what the what? She's just glaring at her, like staring really hard, and trying to focus on her thoughts really hard, trying to pierce right into her mind.
Yeah, so I'm still examining this mirror with no sort of idea that TT is doing this. So I'll probably just sort of turn around a little bit and then be like, what are you doing?
Nothing. She just shakes her head. You're rather simple, surprisingly. And she just kind of peeks her head into the side of the tent.
For your information, while I may be very much a wanderer and do not have a proper home, I am absolutely not simple. I know 5 languages fluently. I have traveled to many countries around here, and I know a hell of a lot of people who would consider me really quite intelligent.
As you're going on, you notice that she's actually like, as you're going on and on, she's actually like, what? What'd you say? What?
Just come and help me with this.
Okay,
I think
boss.
This mirror might not be genuine.
Well, I'll be like, I'll help decide this. I know how to. Yeah, she'll go over to this and be like, what do you mean? And she'll peer at it, like, just kind of observing her reflection, whatnot. What does it do?
Nothing, because no one smoothed its face.
Oh. Pulls the veil aside.
Okay? You look
Why
in
is this? Is this one out of order?
it, and Lana, you see yourself, but it looks like your back's turned to you, and it appears to you that your reflection is walking down a hallway.
And she just kind of stands there. This smile just kind of creeps on her face. She's like, okay, this one is trippy. Like, do you guys see this? I am watching myself walk away. Like, how did I do that? Like, okay, this one I'd like you to explain to me, because I don't know how they do that. That's pretty cool. Sheila, sorry.
And who else is looking in the mirror?
Yeah, I definitely am, but as I do so, I say, of course I can see that. Oh, wait, can I?
No, you can't.
Oh, okay,
You
never mind, then I
actually
didn't say
see
that.
your reflection walking away from you.
Is that... No.
Yeah, is that strange?
I look behind me.
There's nothing there.
How is that possible? That's me.
Oh, me! Let me do. It's my turn. It's my turn. Okay, let me try.
Hey, Titi looks in and sees
TT's not gonna look just yet. Like
reflection.
TT's looking at the ground. He's like, wait, hold on. And then she's gonna go whoop-ah! And when she does this, feathers plume out. Whoop! And the griffin is standing where she was standing. And the griffin squawks happily into the reflection.
Okay, then the griffin would see the griffin walk away.
It just starts like clicking at the reflection.
Lana May would have like jumped a little, just like, oh my gosh, oh, well, aren't you cute? And then like just stop and go pet it. It's just like, oh, I love griffins. I love animals. They're so cute. And you're just a cute little griffin, aren't you? Just scratchy the head.
Walking happily. That's a griffin do.
You see yourself walking away? Yeah.
So, Gerda is gonna very gingerly, with one long finger, try and brush the glass.
It ripples under your hand.
Lana doesn't notice because she has a griffin friend now.
Lana May, this may sound a little weird, but I think you can actually put your hand in.
So she'll look up and just kind of give you a dry look, just like, do you think I'm stupid? First you tell me that your reflection, what you see in it, isn't real, it's just mirrors. Now you tell me I put my hand in it.
I grab her arm and shove her hand in and see what happens.
As her hand goes through the mirror, Lana May starts to walk forward.
So she'll be like, what? Just like, can't really say anything as she's like, her mind's rushing so fast and she just wants to be like, you were right, but what the hell?
I think we may have found our source.
Right as she's saying that, Lana May, give me a Constitution check. As you get sucked into this mirror.
13.
What can I say?
Okay, you
It's all good.
barely managed to pass, and it reminds you of some very dark days at an asylum.
It reminds me of very dark what?
Days at the asylum.
Ew. Ew.
And all of a sudden, as you make it all the way through the mirror surface, you're standing in a smoke each chamber, and you see a dozen people just lined up in rows, standing there, not moving. And a big
Oh my god.
black shadow off in the distance.
I just got a really bad idea. You guys are gonna hate me, I think. So she's seeing these people. She's kind of look behind her. Are they? Starts walking back the way she came.
You start walking back, and you don't see the mirror that you came through.
Okay then. The next action she's gonna do is she's going to go observe these people, like walk up to them, walk around them, look at them, and it's like, is there someone who looks kind of like a wife? Is there someone who looks like a husband? Is there a boy, a girl?
There are about 5 or 6 children, about 8 adults, both men and female, standing there.
Are they acknowledging her? Do they
Nope.
seem to realize? No? She'll wave her hand in front of their faces. Anything?
Nothing.
She'll push on them a little bit.
You try to push on them, and they do not move at all. Almost as if you're pushing in
Awesome.
a very large statue.
Righto then. So with that, she's like, for her, there's just this like, oh shoot, they are like in a big trance of sorts. Like, I know how to break people out of trances. You hit them. So she's gonna go up to probably the biggest, burliest looking guy because she figures she wants to do a test subject first. Then she's gonna whack him in the back of the head with her baseball bat.
You hit him and nothing happens. And as you're pondering this, TD and Gouda, how are you reacting to Lonnie Mae disappearing into this mirror?
The griffin squawked definitely, and would try to have had to grab her. Her beak would have clicked a few times after, but would have retreated quickly, not wanting to get sucked in too.
Okay. And Gouda, how about you?
Okay, so presumably by this point, since Lana May hasn't come out, then I would suspect that something would be up. So, I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna look behind me and look like left and right to see if there's anyone around. And then I'm gonna draw my sword and slowly step in.
Okay, you managed to do so, and right before you step through, you see what looks to be one of the clown waitresses entering the hall midst. And then you vanish from sight.
Okay.
And you appear in the same smoky chamber just in time to see Lonnie Mae smack what looks to be a person in the back of the head with her bat. And it doesn't even budge. This person is in a perfect line.
And she'll just also like pat the guy's head, like, sorry, you'll have a headache if you wake up.
Where are we? I saw one of those creepy clown women again. You saw me before I came in.
I was like, hey, you joined me. Look what I found. And just kind of like,
what is this place?
like I know. Hell if I know.
Hold on. Are these people who who are missing?
These are the ones. Yeah. See, look. There's the husband one and the wife one and a bunch of kids and like I don't know who the others are, but they seem like they fit the description of what you told me. So I was trying to wake them up, but waving, pushing, even my bat to the head does not do anything.
No, I'm not surprised. I need
But
to wake them by other means. Where's TT?
good
And
question. There's
TT.
also a little problem. I don't know how to get out of here. Like I tried going back out and
What?
just yeah. Sorry. Just so you know.
Yes, and looking behind you, you don't see the maid. Okay, TT, what are you doing now that both of your companions have stepped through the mirror?
They both stepped through. TT's quite confounded at this, and wondering why her companions became so suicidal. And she's gonna. Did she notice the clown thing coming in behind her too?
Yes, you see you making their way through the mirrors.
Towards me? Towards us?
Yeah,
TT is gonna drop into a very low growl, and the hackles on the back of her thing just happen. Or she's throwing her wings out, and she's hissing in the direction of the clown ladies, very defensively.
they don't seem to pay any attention, and as they draw closer, you can see the two or three that scattered eyes are glazed over, and they come by past you and step right into the mirror.
Entering the mirror,
Yep.
she's very confused at being totally ignored, and just like looks back and sees the two clown ladies disappear into the mirror. She just kind of sits there confused for a moment.
And as you're being confused, Lonnie Mae and Gallagher, you see two of these clown waitresses is eyes glazed over appear in the chamber, and they start walking up to these lines of people, and they just fall right in line with them.
Okay, I'm gonna grab one of them and shove them up against the wall with my sword at their neck and say, "What the hell is this?"
As soon as you try to grab them, unfortunately, they had already stepped in line, and they no longer move.
They can no longer move.
Yep. It seems whatever's affecting the people that now affects them as well.
Oh.
Strange. So
And
what the maid was
all of a sudden you
Oh, where's TT when you need her?
Wanda, when she hears that laugh, she's like turning around wide-eyed, like this is. She may be a pretty bitchy kind of girl, but she's like suddenly wide-eyed and like scared, like, oh, what was that?
Don't be such a coward, Ringmaster. Come out where we can see you.
you
How do you know
can't
it's the ringmaster?
you can't see me. As he starts laughing again, and as black tentacles shoot from the shadow straight at one of the people in line, and a gray, smoky mist starts pouring from the body. Ah, much better. I was hungry.
Okay. I'm gonna, I suppose, rush in because at this point, like, Gerda's like beyond had enough of this, and he's gonna try and basically chop some of these tentacles off if they're still left, or like lash out. He's kind of gone into a bit of a frenzy.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. Now it says that I can attack twice. Would you allow me to do that for this, or would it just be like
No.
during a normal initiative?
Just once it's a surprise round without
Okay, cool.
attacking.
That is 22.
Okay. You managed to hit the shadow or tentacle.
Okay. Although I only get 3 damage for him.
Okay. You managed to cut a small slice in it, but you see as it's slowly sucking the life force out of its body that it's starting to heal your wound. And the body crumbles into ash.
What are you?
I am the devourer of souls. And welcome to my carnival. Unfortunately, you looked where you should not have.
And we are very sorry for that. Can we go?
Of course not. Those who look where they should not do not leave. They become food.
Lana, who, when she asked, had actually like this moment of just like, oh, I know, we can just ask to go, be all nice, and he'll let us go and whatnot. And this is all a big mistake. When he's like, no, you can't go. Like she just gets like no furious look in her eyes, just like, oh, you're not going to just let us go?
Of course he's not.
Well, like she's surprised, but she's also in the fine, I'm gonna kill you kind of look. So it's like it's not that like I can't believe you said no to me. It's like, oh, you said no? Okay, well guess what? You say we're gonna die? No.
And
Is there a
what
tentacly thing lingering by?
yes, so
Excellent.
what is TT doing?
After a long, hard moment of pondering the death of her
Not coming
comrades.
back.
Yeah, no, she's like, well, they're dead. She's going to she's gonna just shake her head and turn and just kind of waltz in.
Okay.
Please tell me that a waltzing griffin comes into the room.
Yeah, no, it's like bare necessities. It's like totally Baloo's up in the joint.
Oh, of course.
That's why bare necessities.
You actually see this dancing bear come through the mirror.
Griffin, dancing griffin, singing bare necessities. Yes.
I'm just like sort of dumbfounded.
Lana May is death glares at whatever dark figure thing that the voice is emanating from. It's emanating all around her. She's just looking at one of the black tentacles that's nearest her because she is ready to strike it.
No, unfortunately, you use your turn to attack or to talk. Now we roll initiative.
Yes. The infinite initiative. Okay, 14 for me.
Okay.
8 for Mary or Lana.
Okay. And what did TT do?
I was looking to see like if there's any special modifiers for griffins, but there is not. I got a 13 total for Griffin Bay.
So it will go over Ringmaster, God, TTA, and then Lonnie May.
Oh, goody.
Okay. Several of these tentacles come shooting out, one at each of you, and I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, a non-natural 20.
Okay.
Freaking natural 20. Oh yeah.
No, and I said a non-natural 20.
But
so
me,
you got it.
I got a freaking natural 20.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. I misplaced what you meant.
And what did PT roll? You're muted.
You're muted. I got 11.
Okay. Get out you get struck for 2 points of damage. However, nothing else seems to happen. Same with Lonnie May. However, when TT gets struck, she is pushed into perfect line with the others and is unable to move.
Oh, God.
I just want to say that I'm prettier than the rest of them.
So I suppose I'm up?
Yep, yeah, but hold up.
Okay, so... Yeah. Right, I'm going to get in a couple of big swings with my sword, attempt to chop off some proper tentacles, and I'm just kind of screaming at it in Abyssal at this point. Okay, so I got one that was a 15 and one that was a 9.
Okay, the 15 hits. But the 9 does not.
Okay. And that is a better roll. I got a 7 total of damage.
Okay. You managed to chop off its tentacle and part of it goes threaded into the ground. There's a small shriek of pain from the shadow on the wall. And were you saying anything in specific in the abysmal?
Yeah, just kind of like, why are you picking on people like us? Why didn't you eat yourself to death in the abyss?
'Cause I cannot eat my own soul. It offers no nourishment. And it, as you listen, you can tell it's speaking in abysmal to you. So however you speak my tongue, perhaps you would care to join the carnival. I could always use more workers.
I'm never joining you, foul pest.
Do I devour her soul and reanimate the body? Yes, I think I shall. And what is TTE going to try to do? And you're muted again, Tina.
I want to pass go, collect all the money, and get myself out of jail.
Wow.
Unfortunately, you do not see a go sign.
Drats. Should I stay or should? Well, she's obviously gonna try to break loose from her magical binding.
Okay, and how are you going to do this?
She is basically going to. I'm not sure how your world determines it, but she's basically going to be flexing with like her magic aura, I guess, and trying to
Okay.
break the shackles off.
Okay, give me an Arcana roll.
Okay. Let me get the dice. Okay, that's a 22.
Okay, you are straining in for what seems an eternity, but in reality it's only a couple seconds, and you manage to break free, and you fall onto the ground, just out of line behind the other people standing there.
Okay. How much strength do I have? Do I have enough strength that I can yell out?
Yeah, although you are definitely winded and pretty fatigued, so that took a lot out of you.
Okay. She's definitely, when she hits the ground, there's going to be like this sort of, everybody's going to, you don't see it, but anybody who has even like an inkling to magic, how you'd feel like this pop and like a ripple through like the entire room as she falls to the ground. And then the creature's going to like kind of like garble, like it's trying to catch its breath, and it's going to let out a like the most terrifying sound you've ever heard a griffin make, and it just screams out in rage.
Okay. And as Lonnie Mae hits this effing scream, what is she doing?
She is clutching her ears for a brief moment as she maneuvers over to this black tentacle thing that was once holding the griffin, and as she gets closer, she brings her hands down, reaches behind to with her free hand to pull out one of the daggers that she had stowed in her boots, and she is going to do a sneak attack on this tentacle that is.
Okay.
Let's see, what do I get? I rolled 21 to hit, and
That
19
will
points
definitely
of
hit.
19 points of piercing damage.
Okay, you totally sever this stuff and it all there's a power painting from the shadow on the wall. Then you you think that little bit will stop me? Now face your darkest fears. And everyone
So,
needs
as
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Did you say everyone? Sorry.
Yes.
oh bugger, I think Lana May is screwed with a 11. Can she tell
Nat
that there's a
20,
shadow on the
bitches.
wall? Nice, nice. Can Lana now tell that the shadow on the wall is where the voice is coming from?
You cannot tell if if that's where the voice is coming from, but you definitely believe it's the same entity. Hey, nice. Too quick, huh?
Apparently.
Nice.
It's okay, Lana. We got your back. Just
So,
look.
I'll describe what it looks like as you see your darkest fear manifest in front of you, and that are able to shrug it off almost without even thinking.
I had to think of a darker sphere now. Okay, so what I see, which potentially for a very brief moment, before I swipe at it with my sword and it disappears, is I see myself kind of reaching over a ravine and grabbing onto another elf. It appears to be a female, and I'm sort of pleading with her, please don't let go, please. I beg you, please don't let go. And she kind of looks at the fake me with empty eyes and then lets go of her own accord and falls down this ravine, and you see me sort of screaming. And at that I go really, really mad, and I get a few blows in my sort of anger, and it just disintegrates, and that's given me a sort of a proper sort of mad anger about me.
Awesome. Take a point of inspiration.
Dankeschön.
So, Titi, describe what your deepest fear is before you shake it off as well.
Okay, there is a deep and well-rounded sound of a grand cathedral bell ringing, and then as you blink and you open your eyes, you're standing upside down, and all of the colors in the entire world have been inverted. And she's standing there upside down in front of this mother-looking woman, and she shakes her head. She says, "You are forsaken." And then there's hundreds of thousands of other voices, "Forsaken, rotten coward, bitch, slut," and it just goes into all these thousands of words, and then she just like shakes her head, and everything reverts back to normal.
Okay. Awesome. Take some inspiration. And Ronnie May, describe what it feels like as you confront your darkest fear and are almost totally consumed by it.
Okay. This is definitely a tricky one for Lana May. So suddenly the room just engulfs her in this darkness, and there's this blackness. Like she can see herself. And in a way, it's like she should be able to see other things, but it's just empty and black and goes on for who knows how long. And there's just this overwhelming sense of just alone. Just like no one's there. There's no one she can manipulate. There's no one to even physically like interact with. She's just left with herself, and in the midst of this, as she's just kind of searching around frantically for a moment, she does see her mother appear before her, and for a moment it's just like this relief of like, oh, cool. Someone I've never thought I'd see you again. And then as she approaches, her mother just kind of looks at her and is like, I hate you, and just flat out tells her that, and she's just kind of like in this moment like, what? And it seems to escalate more where just the emotion and energies that are happening, and Lana's just starting to feel this great dread, like where she thought she had done her mother a service, and her mother now is just saying that she hates her, and to the point where Lana kind kind, this little bit of anger comes back, and she just backlashes at her mother, and everything just kind of disappears in this wisp as she strikes her mom, and she finds herself back among these people, and it's just kind of like, what the hell is that?
Okay, take some inspiration, and that
Thank you.
you can see the others as however it seems almost as if you would be moving through water, like maybe you're on a different plane than they are, and you hear the voice, your fear shall consume you, and then I shall feast on your soul. You shall never escape the cell.
Please let Lana be able to shoot a fireball at the darkness. Like, oh my gosh, she's so angry right now.
And it goes to Gouda.
Okay, I have a plan. Alright, so, first of all, for a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this creature. So you hear some rather inordinate whisperings, almost like he's imitating earth and the forest shifting in the wind. And then he's going to move back a little bit and attempt to strike this time with his bow.
Okay.
So,
And are you aiming at a tentacle or the shadow on the wall?
oh, can I see like a main? Is it like a main body, or is it literally just a shadow and
it's
tentacles?
A rather large shadow that the tentacles are coming out of.
Okay, I'm going to try and aim into the gaps, the tentacles. So presumably there would be some kind of main body in there, I would suspect. So I'd aim like into it rather than actually at the tentacles. Ooh, I'm assuming that's 2 hits. I've got a 26 and a 23.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay, so with Hunter's Mark I get an extra d6 for each of these rolls. So that's 5. Oh no, I beg your pardon, it's not 5. It's 5. Okay, it was 9, and then plus 4 is 13, 17. I can't add this late at night. 23 damage in total.
Nice. Nice. This shadow just howls in pain. And Titi, hey, what are you doing?
Unmuting herself, TT is what is all of her companions? What's going on around my companions?
Lonnie
Mars.
May is just kind of frozen where she's at.
She has like the anger shakes kind of going
Yeah,
on.
she's kind of trembling, and you see Gouda just sink a couple arrows into what you would assume would be the body of this shadowy creature, for lack of better terms.
Okay. How far apart are they standing up from each other?
You all are pretty close together. I'd say maybe 5 feet apart from each other.
Okay, she's gonna hop in front of them, and Awkward. Anyways, and she's going to hop in front of them, and I'm going to ready an action to attack anything that approaches either of them.
Okay. Uh, you, you, you see one of the tentacles shoot out and strike like another body in line, and the gray mist coming out of it. But, and that voice again says, as the body turns to ash. And unfortunately, this time it was a little girl.
Can I break my ready to action?
Unfortunately, you cannot. So, Gouda, how are you reacting as you see this tentacle just devour the soul of a little girl and turn their body to ash?
Well, obviously I'm going to be incredibly shocked by this. Is there any way that I can react physically to this?
You could attack, or try to snap a lot on a out of whatever she's experiencing. You could try to figure out how to get these bodies, these out of line or away from the tentacles.
Yeah, okay. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look around to see if there's any kind of source for where this power is coming from.
You believe it's coming directly from the shadow creature.
Okay. I just scream, kill the fucking thing! Is it... Do I get to do anything else this go? Is it actually my go? I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, it's
I
actually
lost track.
your go.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Sorry, I lost track. I thought it was someone else's and you just let me react. Cool. Okay, yeah, I'm going to let off another volley of shots then.
Right.
So, kapow, kapow. Okay, I've got an unnatural 20 and a 25.
Okay, the 25 hits, and what was the other one?
Okay, so I've got that's 17 on the first one. Okay, 17, 24, 28. That's 30 damage in total.
Okay, these creature shrieks again, and obviously in great pain. Kiki, what are you doing?
Quick question, metagame. Does Lesser Restoration get rid of curses, or does that remove curse?
I do not believe it removes a curse. I could be wrong.
No, it's blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay, that's what I thought, Richard.
Okay, no problem.
Status.
The Griffin is going to lunge after the center mass of this thing. Teeth and or beak and claws extended out to render this thing shredded meat.
Okay, so roll your attack.
Okay. Oops, wrong dice. The first one is a 15, and the second one is a 17.
They
So-
both hit.
No, wait. Yeah, 17. Yep. So first is a 15, second one's a 16.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay, awesome. Okay. D8, 2d6 plus 8. So 16. 22 points of damage total.
Nice.
Beak and clawing, reaching in and just like with the beak, basically using the beak as like a slashing weapon, at just like kind of reaching and just kind of like pecking and pulling, and then using the claws just kind of like to
Yeah.
grab and render.
You see several tentacles go flying off of the shadowy beast, and they're just howling, almost non-stop in pain. Ronnie May, describe what it feels like as you are watching your companions get struck by these black tentacles and their souls being ripped from their body and devoured and their bodies turned to ash.
Did you say companions and their souls getting sucked
Yes.
out? Honestly, she's tunnel vision in the she is furious. She could care less about the people around her and whatnot because she is wanting to make this person in essence suffer because it's like you're trapping me here against my will. No, you don't get to do that. So yeah, and yeah, she's honestly just absolutely numb. She doesn't care. It's part of her psychopathy too, where she's just unempathetic. And it's not happening to her, so.
And as you're furious at this creature, give me another wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20, natural 20, natural 20. Wait, I have inspiration. I should use that. Yes, okay. What does a 13 get me?
Unfortunately, it gets you still stuck.
She's gonna be stuck there forever, man. She is so mad. Like, he's making me stay here against my will. I'm going to kill him.
And the voice speaks and you're upset. I told you there's no escape from this. I'm not your last warning.
In a way, yeah, she is in her worst fear. She's just kind of stuck there, helpless.
And TT, go with give me dex saving throws as more tentacles come shooting out.
Did you say Dex? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, inspiration. Although hopefully I won't need it, but oh.
I got 20. Not a natural 20. It's just 20 after everything added up.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good job I did do inspiration. That's 16 in total.
Okay, you both managed to duck away from the tentacles. However, they latch onto two more bodies. These insects drive. And the shadow on the wall moves and steps forward. And all of a sudden, it's a horrendous looking horned man brandish a flaming sword or made of black hell flame. Says, now the fun shall begin. Come, my children. And he glares at all three of you. And starts to laugh. Gouda, how are you reacting to this?
I am going to pretend that things have not just got tons worse. I really want to kill this thing. So I'm going to fire some more at him.
Okay.
It. Probably it. Okay, 2 unnatural 20s.
They both hit.
Okay, so that's 13 for the first one. Ooh, whoops. 13, 24, 29 damage.
Awesome. Your aim's pretty true. Strikes him right in the chest and knocks him back a couple feet. He just grunts and stands back up. TT, what are you doing?
TT is actually going to quickly... So is the massive tentacle still in front of me?
There are several tentacles still in front of you, but instead of coming from what look to be the shadow on the wall, they seem to be coming from this beast.
Okay, so they moved.
Man,
Okay. So now that they moved away from me, she's actually going to turn around and quickly run over to Lana and screech and nip, like use her beak to like basically pierce her earlobe to try to get her to wake
okay. I'm amazed. Describe what happened the night your father died. As you're seeing this again.
I don't know if this is a good story to tell. Okay, so the night that her father died, so Lana being stuck there in her rage and whatnot, once more kind of realizes that she's just in this dark black room and it's just maddening because she couldn't get to this shadowy thing that she wants to be able to destroy, but for whatever reason it has every control over her and it pisses her off, and as she's just there trying to figure out how to get to this person, like she can hear the voice ever so often as it's talking to them, the others are fighting and whatnot, and suddenly this image of her father appears and she just loses it in the moment as she just runs out and just like bat aside both of her daggers, and she is just stabbing, basically recreating what she had done to him, and just stabbing him over and over, and just watching him slump to the ground. And even though he just has this like shit-eating grin kind of smile, just as she letting out all this anger, because obviously the bad guy is the one manipulating all this illusion, and so he's just pissing her off more by letting her father smile as she's doing this, as though it doesn't matter that she is murdering him. He still somehow has this control on her, this hand around her, and she's just shouting at him, and she's like literally up to her elbows and blood out as she's just letting out this rage that just doesn't seem to be getting any satisfaction.
And as you all this piercing pain in your hair, make another wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Oh, here's yeah, she's still stabbing away at her father because even with that, not the ear, she rolled a 1 and then a 2. So a total of 0 or 1. Good job, Lana. You are pissed.
You are just having a time breaking that, ain't you?
Yep.
Can I give her my inspiration?
Well, she already had advantage, that's the thing.
The voice speaks up, says, you might as well handle yourself and just let me devour yourself. And about this is the you see all but 2 of the bodies drop to the floor in ash, and it looks like all the runes on this home and these they have held. Galdar, what are you doing?
Okay, so by this point, is the shadow showing any signs of, I wouldn't say wounded because it's a shadow, but like slowing down or being a bit weaker?
It does not. However, you do notice that it only has 2 bodies, not counting, and the 3 of you left to devour.
Why do I get the feeling that every time it eats one of them, it gets stronger? But I'm going to let off 2 more arrows in the case because I know that the shrieks obviously show a sign that it doesn't like what I'm doing.
Definitely not.
Okay, so I got a 16 and a 25.
Thank you for playing.
Okay, and I got 16 plus 8, 24 damage.
Nice. The man staggers back again and kind of shakes his head and lifts his eyes. Says, you'll regret that.
Okay, so it definitely doesn't like it.
TT, what are you doing?
TT is TT is very upset right now and pounces this woman with the baseball bat. Instead of using my 2 attacks to annihilate her, I'm just gonna do like a nip and a scratch.
Okay.
So 2 more attempts to try to wake her up out of the. Like she's gonna pinch her, wait for a little bit until if she doesn't wake up, and then do it again.
Okay.
If I can do that.
Yeah. Anime. Hey, you're up. And
Wait, what? Wait, what? Lana May, do I need to roll again? Or is she like really out of it this time?
Yeah, you get to. Yeah,
you get to roll again, and you're still seeing yourself stabbing your father.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I got an 18 this time. How freaking Luda.
Okay. You managed to shake it off, and as you plunge your dagger right into your father's heart, he disappears.
She just be huffing and puffing as she like when her body finally is able to like move, just like as though she's been running forever. And as she once more realizes that she is not trapped to that spell anymore and whatnot, or she will look to the dark figure on the wall or wherever he is, not the tentacle thing. She is looking for the shadow because she is going to just light up a fireball and track it.
Unfortunately, the only thing you see is what looks like this one man with a flaming sword and tentacle coming out of it. Standing there.
Okay, then as she just kind of grips her bat and whatnot, she'll point over to him. It's like, is that him? Waiting for her companion or someone to like confirm. Yes, of course the guy with the blazing sword is him.
But you have that access. Only an avatar fools. You cannot destroy the Gatherer of Souls.
Well, it'll do. Tosses up her fireball and just and does a 15 hit?
A 15 really is.
Good. Because she tosses up this firebolt and just cracks it with her bat, and it just flies across, splashing like right on the shoulder for 11 points of damage.
Right?
Like
Right?
hits him on the shoulder.
Kind of jerks back. Just looks at you. Perhaps. Says your grandmother hits harder than that. But before I devoured her soul too.
You think you say that like it's supposed to hurt? And she just kind of smiles.
So, describe your reactions as you see several of these clown waitresses come in, their eyes flaming red. And you watch as the angers grow longer and longer into the black tentacle-like lips. And they start to surround the three of you.
Huh. Guess I've got more heads to knock. Just swings her back a little bit.
Okay. And TT, what is your reaction?
TT actually grunts and bumps her shoulder against both of her comrades to get onto her back. She's gonna turn herself into a war mound. She just like screeches and just kind of like as she's like kicking up dirt and everything around her.
And Gal, what is your reaction as you guys are slowly being surrounded by this clown women?
I look at TT really confused. What are you doing?
TT clicks at your belt and pulls you towards her midsection. And then she reaches down and grabs your boot and tries to lift it up over her back. And she lowers down into a crouch. And then she does the same to her comrade.
I don't know, well. She'll hop on, but she's going to pop another firebolt when she gets a chance. Towards the avatar thing.
Oh, wait, I think I know what she's going to do. Okay, I'm going to lob a couple more arrows at these clown face creeps, if possible.
Okay. Go ahead, making your attack.
Okay, so this is a one each. So I've got a 24 and a 27, which I'm assuming both hit.
Yeah. Easily.
Okay. One takes 9 damage, the other one takes 12 damage.
You see they both strike right in the chest, and they both go flying back and slowly start to go back to their feet. Lonnie Mae, I believe you had a firebolt ready to go off.
Indeed.
And who are
With
you
a
in
19 for
there?
the Avatar guy, dude.
Okay.
Ooh, almost max damage. 15 points of fire damage.
I, describe what it looks like as the fire spell goes off. Instead of the bolts striking the black bolts and bright color, and he seems to be being dragged down into the smoke that you can only assume is coming from the ground he's standing on.
So she's just there's like just wicked smile that just kind of etches on her lips. It's just like there's a satisfaction of like I think I killed it. Like I got him, and so like there's like, even though she probably didn't really, but she destroyed something, and that is very satisfying. Or it appears that she's destroyed something.
You who here in the back act of my knowledge, you shall never get rid of me. You think you were bad before? Know what true evil is. And TT as Gallagher or as Robbie May are on you, you see these two figures, a little boy and a little girl, are starting to move, and they're trying to run away from these clowns. And you see back behind you guys what looks to be a mirror.
The griffin will simply scream in rage and turn, and then simply open its wings and charge towards the mirror. Trying to use it. It can't fly. Like she doesn't get a fly, but she's trying to use her wings to try to jump and glide over the people to get to the.
Gouda, as the griffins trying to jump past this little boy and girl, what are you doing?
Did you say that the little boy and girl were in a trance, or are they free of the trance?
No, they're free and they're trying to run away from these clowns.
Okay. In that case, if we're close enough, I'm going to try and scoop them both up onto the griffin.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Okay. Would it be just general strength, or can I go for athletics?
You could use athletics.
14.
It's a strain, but you managed to get both of the kids up on the griffin with you.
I suppose they are 2 children. I got you.
The griffin squawks in protest.
I'm sorry, they're children.
Continues striding, running as fast as it can.
You bolt out of the just as the chamber behind you collapses, and you come busting for earth out of its shards of glass flying everywhere.
That's trying to keep the griffin's trying to keep itself from falling or rolling over on top of its riders.
Okay. You guys, I've managed to make it through the hall back to the entrance to the carnival. Oh, I assume you guys want to get out of there.
Yeah. I'm wondering about picking up the guard, but at this point, obviously, it is a bit suicidal. So, I guess what I'll do is I'll look round. If I don't see him in the immediate vicinity, then I'm out of there.
Yeah, you don't see him.
Okay.
And as you guys go through the entrance to the tent, and again, and you shrink down to the side, eyes Griffin and all walk through and repair on the other side your almost selves. And the last thing Lana hears, Lana, you think to escape me, don't you know? Oh, you cannot escape yourself. And that's where we'll end the session.
I think Carnival's, Lana says as she marches back towards the end. Whose idea was that?
It was yours, actually.
Well, at least it's two people. That's a start. Hopefully some expert can go in there and sort out that tentacled creep.
Yeah. So, let's do the typical after session. I usually kind of ask players what they like, both as a player and a character. And if they can think of any improvements, I appreciate feedback on that as well.
Okay, for Lana, I'd say her favorite part was totally the getting the horses and the idea of going to the carnival. Like, it's just like this excitement, like, cool. Oh, we have a quest we're actually doing at the same time? Oh, my favorite part was the teddy bear, just because I'm like, no! Lana would not react well. Oh, it's a toy. Excellent. But, yeah.
How do you like the twist I did on the teddy bear?
That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Because it totally had me going out. Like, freaking out. Totally metagaming, but you know, if it really was possessed, Lana would totally have been freaking out. I can deal with voodoo magic.
So, how about you, Tina?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go first. You go first.
Okay, I'll go. So my favorite thing about this, I like the beginning, the shrinking. I got very much like Alice in Wonderland sort of feel, like, oh no, we're going down the rabbit hole, guys. We're not coming out of this one. And then as a character, she let's see. What would be your favorite part? I mean, it's her not favorite part, but it's my favorite part for her. Was the part where she was given this huge, like, scary, screaming, defensive stay away from me, and these girls just walk past her, and she's just like destroyed by it. Like, are you not entertained? Like, she's absolutely destroyed.
Yes, and you quite literally went through the looking glass.
Yep.
So, Jenny, how about you?
I'm racking my brains in terms of my character because my character felt really like uncomfortable throughout most of that.
Sometimes when that happens with my character, I choose the one that had like the most impact. Like I was debating whether it was
yeah.
the fear stuff for her, but I'm like, no, I'll take the happier side of things.
I think either Gerda's favourite part, as well as the part that had the most impact, was either when the other two were getting drunk in the carnival itself, and there's all this sort of chaos going on. I could really sort of feel Gerda picturing that very well and being aware of it. Or the part where the ringmaster guy was like, "Oh yeah, here's your worst fear," and blah blah blah, and that would have really like hit home with Gerda, and it would have opened up like a part of him that you wouldn't have seen before. In terms of me, myself, and I, it's very difficult to think of a favourite bit because I can't really find anywhere where there was any weak point at all. I liked pretty much the entire thing. I think you're quite a similar DM to me. I very much liked what you were doing in terms of like the main story and also the little tiny extras that made it memorable. I liked the boss battle, if you want to call it. I liked that a lot. I liked the concept of the story. It was very simple, and yet the sort of the sensory parts of it and like the atmosphere made it actually quite complex and really interesting. And I like as well how we didn't just sort of kill the ringmaster in the end. It's actually lingered and open-ended.
And it became part of Lana now.
She ain't gonna let nobody know that. She ain't gonna let nobody know that. Oh my goodness. Unless TT does like another detective thoughts, like she ain't gonna let nobody know that.
Yeah. And that's
Oh
actually one of the things I caught the best reaction from Jenny was when Tina was trying to detect her character's thoughts. Just that kind of that laughing smile, or when nothing was happening. And it
Alright,
just
well,
in a no way, but because of the magical item she took.
nice. Nice. Anyways, it was really fun, John. Thank you for having me, and it was nice meeting you, Jen. And Tina, we'll see.
You two are awesome. I really want to play with you guys again.
Oh,
You guys are
we're
awesome.
glad to have you anytime. It
Yep,
was
yep.
totally awesome.
And likewise, same with me.
And for me, what's really nice is this is one I've ran a lot. Each time it's something almost totally new because of what players pick as what they a, a, a perceive first when coming in or what's important to them to look at. So it was really awesome. So I hope the viewers enjoyed it as much as we all did. And, and until next time, may the dice always roll in your favor.